interestingly, this document, and I've been reading a lot of reactions, it is about this diplomatic dexterity in many ways that just about every country seemed to be reading it in their favor. How did you manage that? How many back and forth happened?
So I think we had been working on the document for the last 2.5 months. It was drafted very, very strongly with the perspective. Actually, while I had prepared the initial draft, this is a co-creation exercise. It is cross-cutting. So we received a lot of inputs from different countries. Many of those inputs we had incorporated. And then the negotiations begin on the draft. And that's a very tough, arduous process. So we'd done about almost close to 30 rounds of virtual negotiation. We had about 90% of the draft already sealed before the last Sherpa meeting began. And in the last Sherpa meeting, we took it down to the wires. So we got the climate and finance closed 2 days before. And then we almost 6 days before we had started the negotiations on the geopolitical issue, which was going to be very tough, very complex. But we had to start on a clean slate. The Bali para had not held, and therefore we started on a clean slate by starting out with some principles. Then we got the principles of other countries. We got the viewpoints of China, Russia. We prepared the first draft. We got South Africa, Brazil and Indonesia all with us. And then one after another, 15 drafts. We got everybody's viewpoint. And then we...
I want to know, you have, you would be privy to several G20s that have happened. What was the urgency of making that announcement on day one itself?
No, this was done in Bali as well. Bali was also tough. So it was important that as soon as we have agreement of all countries, we should be able to announce it. And we had agreement of all countries. We wanted to announce it and put everything on record, and that's what we did. We didn't, we moved forward. This document is important because it establishes that India is the only country in the world which under Prime Minister Modi is able to bring developing countries and the developed world together. It has brought multilateralism center stage. It has brought a huge India narrative center stage. It has brought women development and women empowerment and gender equality center stage of this story, and it has brought many other things, but I think the important thing is that last several years we've not seen a strong multilateral institution bringing out a strong documents on growth, on progress, on SDGs, all that we've done.